Okay, so welcome to this video. So thankfully, if you followed up the instructions that I gave you before now, you should have this website set up for you. And let's just see a little bit how this website actually works. So if you're actually in this area, you can click on open site, which will open this website on your system. So as you can see here, this is the default theme WordPress have. We'll come into theme later, but a theme is just like a website. It's already an existing type of website that can be customized to your own. Maybe they will add the name of your own website, another, like you can see me, I named mine test ng, and test ng came up here, then they say just another WordPress site and so on. So this is the default theme that WordPress have, or this is a different website that's always in WordPress at first. This is the default one that always comes up. Then you can now customize this. Now for us to be able to make use of this, first of all, another thing, you see this top bar up here where you see this, it only comes out whenever you are logged in to your WordPress site. But for us to be able to go to our admin section, we can simply come to this, hover around this, the name of our website, and go to dashboard. So this one takes you to your dashboard. But in a situation where you are not logged in, because I've already logged into this dashboard, in a situation where you are not logged in, what you can do is that you can click on admin here, and it will forward you to where you put in your username and password. So let me log out now. Let me log out. Sorry, I clicked the wrong place. Let me log out. Okay, good. So I logged out just now. Let me show you something. So in our platform, this is our default website. Now that I've logged out, can you see that top bar is no longer there? So that's what shows us that okay, you are logged into your website at the moment. So now it showed me when I created this website, which was 10 days ago. Wow. Okay, that's not a problem. So for you to be able to go to your admin section, there are two ways you can do it. You can either come to this place and click on admin. The second way you can do it, which is familiar with all WordPress sites, because when you are not using the local software, that is the local WordPress software, you are going to be using this method, which you should just come to on top of your this thing and do / be it any website / wp-admin and press enter. This works for almost all WordPress websites. You can customize this later, but for now, this is what works for them. This is default. I know of some other WordPress website that wants to do / admin. It brings to the admin page and all that. So I can't even remember my password, but I think I set auto login. So I will just click on admin here, and it should be able to log me automatically. I can't remember the password I used. Sorry about that. I can't remember what I used, but that is not a problem. So now let's look at this interface, the admin interface of the WordPress, to really see what is really going on. So first of all, we have the dashboard, which we are currently in. That's the first place. It gives you a summary of what your website is about. Now it's going to tell you welcome to WordPress. They assembled something, so it gives you some shortcuts to where you can do things. Though I will explain all this. It gives you your site health status, quick draft, but we're not going to be using this point. But just know that this point is just like a dashboard that gives you an overview of everything that's happening to in your website. I can even bring out this thing to just make everything smaller. So one place I want you to be able to know is, let's start from the users page. So if you click on that users, it brings this. So it shows you all users, add users, profile. So from here, if I click on profile, it should be able to take me to how I want my WordPress website to look like. By default, it is here. I like selecting mine to ectoplasm or sunrise. Sorry, not sunrise, midnight. I don't know, it gives me a particular feel that I love. So you can decide to do that. That's just, this admin color scheme is just for you to switch your admin page to other colors. But let's use modern for now. So you can switch out your admin. So you see the colors start to change. If you want to add somebody new to be able to log into the dashboard, or maybe you can also set the person, you can just come here, click on add new, write the username, password, and all those things, and at the end you select what you want the person to be. Now this is what we call roles. An admin will have access to your whole website. He can even kick you out of your own website, but an editor or the rest will not have overall access to your website. But yeah, we'll talk about that more. Now, for you to start seeing changes in your website, one thing you have to do is to hover around this appearance. When you hover around this appearance, the first thing you see here in this sub menu is what? Themes. We are going to click on that themes now. Then it's going to show us the active theme, which is this one, which is 2021. These are all WordPress themes, and when currently we are in December of 2021, when 2022 comes out, another theme is going to be released. So every year they always release new themes. So we'll come to add new. Now the theme I'm going to be teaching you in this particular thing is called Ocean WP. You can come here and search it, Ocean WP. I personally just love it. I've been using it for almost all my websites. So when you come to it, Ocean WP, what you want to do is hover around it. This page will come up, and then you click on install. So let me check whether it's actually recording. Good. So you click on install. It's going to take some time to actually download the files it needs. So remember, you need internet connection for this. Don't just open it like that. We give it some time. Let me just pause the recording so you don't waste time on the video. Okay, it just immediately I paused it, just actually finished installing. So now, as you can see, it showed you installed. Now always install only just one additional theme. Don't install plenty, it will just be consuming space. So now that it's installed, we want to click on activate. So this one actually activates the theme so that it will override the previous website that was there, and then you see a new theme. Now the former theme that was there was 2021, but now that we've changed it to Ocean WP, let's go to visit site. Now it says here, give us visit site to take us back to our main website page, and now where we can go to is to come here and click on visit site. So you can see it actually changed this, and it looks quite ugly. Happy? Yes, it does look quite ugly. You might be asking you, that other one was better. How? Why did you make it like this? But I'm going to actually show you how to convert this into something beautiful. Now let's go back to our dashboard. Let's click on dashboard. Now, if you want to change some overall things in your website, such as your website name or something else and the rest, you can head over to settings, go to general. Now, as you can see, it showed you site title. It's showing test ng. You can change this to my super site, and then you see my first, let's say, WordPress WP website under this tagline here, which is just explaining what the website is all about. Then you can also change your admin email. For me, this is my own admin email. That's my personal email. Then membership and the blah, blah. Those ones are not really, they are just some extra settings, date format, time format, how you want time to be represented in your website and all that. So after you finish, always look for this button, the save changes button. Anytime you change something in WordPress, always look for a save changes button. You click on it, it's going to load for some time, and then it's automatically going to save. So if we should go back to this view site and open a new tab, as you can see now, it's saying my super site. So that's good. That's a good change. In case maybe you didn't like the name, you named it at first. So next thing I want you to do is actually on this side, when it's showing this bar here, come over to customize. Now just follow these steps blindly, because you begin to see results in a short while. So now it's going to take some time to load. It's going to come. That's what she said. Just kidding. Good. So it's actually almost loaded. I think it's because it's loading on our default site. That's why it's taking this much time. Okay, so now this is actually where you customize a particular page in your website and all those kind of things. So first thing that I want to show you is under this site identity. Now you see back then we went to that general and then we changed that site title here there, but here too we can do the same thing. You see here that said my super site, you can change it to Augustine's site. Now it could also you ask you for your timeline and all that thing. So this customize is just like an easier way of accessing those little features that you have. So when I write something here and I want to save it, unfortunately here there is no save changes button. What you see here is publish. So this publish actually changes things for you, and once it shows publish, it means that it has effected the change. So if I come here and refresh this page, you should see Augustine site. Good. So I go back. Now next place I want to come to is homepage settings. Now let's change this page so it will not just be this ugly. We'll change this to a static page. Now what happens is that we want to just tell it that we really want one page to be our home page, because by default it will always make, maybe if anybody comes to the website, it will take it to the latest post, but no, we don't want that. We want one page. So when we click on this drop down, it told us to select, but there's only one page here. By default there's only one sample page in your WordPress, which is this page here. We don't want that. So you click on add new page, then write something like home, and then click on add. So when you add that, it automatically selects what? It automatically selects home. Then under this post page, you can click here. It shows you home. No, we don't want that. We want a new page for blog. Then we'll click on add. Good. So when we do this, it's going to actually create two pages. One is our home page, one is going to be our blog page. So we're going to click on publish right now. There are many other things you can do here, but for now I just want us to do a little thing. Now let's say we want a logo for our website. We just want to put a logo up here that will show us our website name and the rest. Well, what we can do is to scroll down to header, click on header, come to logo, click on logo. It now asks us to select logo. So I think I have some stuff in my downloads. So let me get one real quick. Okay, so these are some logos I had in some of my websites. So what will happen is that I'm just going to get this and this. So one is actually the black version of the logo and one is actually the white version, and I'm going to just click on open and it's going to load. I always like having two contrasting logos in case maybe the background of my website is black or another color. I can replace it with something, but in this situation the background of my website is what? White. So I'm going to use a black logo and I'm going to click on select. Now it's going to ask me to crop it. Yes, WordPress will always tell you to crop your logo, but if you like the size of your logo very well, you can just decide to skip cropping. But one thing is going to happen. Let's be patient. Your logo becomes way too big that it covers up a huge portion of your website. Now how you can fix it is just to come over to this point that says maximum width. It's a slider and you slide across. So as you can see, my logo actually reduced drastically and I can put it the way I want to at this point. So good, I like this size. I like this size. We are going to just leave it like this at the moment. I'm going to click on publish. So that is it for the logo. That's how you set your logo in your website. Now you can see something up here saying place your content here. That is something we call a top bar. Most websites now don't make use of top bar, but sometimes they do make use of top bar. Let's say you want to put in maybe the company's phone number or an email address that you want everybody to see in the home page. That's where you put it. But for somewhere like here, we don't need that. So I'm going to come to top bar here, come to general. You see this one that say enable check top bar. It's already checked, but now I'm going to deselect it and top bar is going to disappear. Good, so that has disappeared. So I just clicked on the logo now because it was on the blog page. I don't want it to be on blog page. I want it to switch to home page. So great, we're on the home page now. We are making progress. So one thing with Ocean WP, right, it works with something else. There are something called plugins. So let's click on plugins now at the admin dashboard side. Now you're seeing here it's showing no plugins available. I think I deleted some because WordPress comes with some default plugins. So if you have your WordPress site with you there, you might actually have some plugins on your own site. All right, I think I deleted all of them probably, but if you don't have, still no problem. So what plugins are just that they give you extra functionalities in your website. For example, if I want SEO in my website, I use a plugin. If I want maybe the header to be behaving one, I mean not the header, if I want maybe a particular type of effect like that, I'm going to look for, maybe I want to get something to be able to send people email from my website, I look for plugins. So they are just things that gives you functionalities. So for this, remember that thing we installed Ocean WP. For us to be able to make use of Ocean WP very well, we have to install another plugin. As you can see here, it's saying this team recommends the following plugin, Ocean Extra. So I'm just going to click on begin installing plugin, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to show you is the normal process for installing a plugin. So we can click on add new here or add new here. Both of them works. I just click on the one here. It takes some time to load. Now WordPress has thousands of plugins. We have health check and troubleshooting, several ones, but we are only looking for some now. So I'm going to come to this search and write Ocean Extra. And good. So this is Ocean Extra. It adds extra features to your this thing. What's the name? To your theme. So Ocean Extra and Ocean WP that we installed. Remember, the theme is like the whole website. Then the what's the name? The plugin just gives you functionalities. So it's going to be installing. Let's give it some time. Okay, great. So you just finished installing. It took about 40 seconds or so. So I'm going to click on activate right now. It's going to try to fully set up itself on the website. So give it some time, and good, it's activated right now. So this is a very, very good thing now. So now that we have the Ocean Extra and Ocean WP together, now let me show you one thing that can help you skip that long process of writing your code from scratch. Remember I told you when you're with WordPress, the way it works is that you get something that has already been built and then you edit it to your own taste. So now let us get something that has already been built. Now on this Welcome to Ocean WP, this thing that comes here, it always come after you install Ocean Extra. So now what you do is that you click on run the setup wizard. It's going to tell you welcome this that. Just click on get started. Now it's now going to ask you what type of website do you need. So let's say we want a website for a gym. You know, gyms are very, very popular. Don't worry, in future when I talk about pushing out your work, it's one of the things I want to do. So in this point, let's say we select a website for a gym that we want this particular website. So once you click, make sure you click on it, scroll down. If you don't click on it, this button will not be available. Make sure you click on it, not on this live preview, just click on it in general and then install demo. Now what happens is that it will tell you these plugins are required and the other ones. So what happened, we already have Ocean Extra. So what we're going to do is we're going to install this, and we're also going to install this. So this might take some time. If you click on this, get this add-on, blah blah blah. So there are some paid things that you need to get there, but you can actually work without it. You must not use that one in particular. So I'm actually going to not pay for anything. So let's give this some time to finish installing. I'm going to just pause the video. Okay, good. So that finished. Hope it's recording. Good. It's recording. So that finished now. Make sure all these buttons are checked. This import XML data, import customizer setting, and import widgets. What happens is that this actually gets the whole pages, the images, and all that kind of things. Just make sure everything is checked, and then this customizer settings and import widget. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to start customizing what they have to what we want. So I'm going to click on import. It's going to take some time, so I'm going to pause the video till it finishes. Okay, so that just finished right now. So it actually told me to actually upload a logo. Now what happens is that if you do this, it actually overrides everything we just did. Now why I decided to show you that method was so that in case of another time we should be able to redo it. But what will happen now is that sorry about that. What will happen now is that we're just going to make use of what they have here, and I'm going to show you how to edit it. So just ignore everything here. We're not changing anything here, and then we'll just continue. So that's loading. I'm not sure how it will take time. Good. So wow, errors upon errors. What caused this? I've never seen this in my life. Let's check the website to see what actually happened. If the website isn't loading well, then there's a problem. Now this is bad. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. So this has loaded. Oh great. He actually brought out everything. So why the exceptions? I think the problem was some Elementor. Elementor is the name of another, what's the name, plugin. Elementor helps us be able to create websites while using drag and drop. We are going to use it in the future, but there is no problem with that. So as you can see, he actually created a website for us. We have home, process, trainers, athlete facts, pricing, contact us, and when you click on it, it actually scrolls to that particular point. So that's good. So let's go back to the admin dashboard now. How I didn't expect this to work, but I think the problem lies from one of the plugins. I'm going to see how we can fix it in future, but that's good. So now when we go over to these pages, just click on pages. This is how we actually create a new page in WordPress. So this was the first page we created. This was the first blog page we created. So this page actually shows you everything on your website. As you can see, it showed us we have audio pages on your website. It showed us we have 6 pages. We've published 4. One is in draft, one is in private. So we had this blog, and we also had this home page. How did I know that this was the one we created the first time? This was the one that the blog page we created earlier when we had not imported this site. Now whenever you see front page is trying to tell you that this is the website that is the home page, and we created a page before that showed you home. So this one has the name home, this one has the name home, but the difference is that this guy that has the name front page is the one that is actually displayed. So what will happen is that I will delete this one. As you can see, this one is showing post page while this one is showing nothing. So I'm going to click on this. I can click on trash and it will delete it, but I'm going to actually want to delete more than one. I'll click on this and this, and you see this place that say bulk actions. I click on it, and then you see move to trash. I click on it. So this one is how you actually delete more than one things in WordPress. Then you click on apply, so it's going to move those things to the recycle bin of WordPress, which is the trash. So good. So it tells us that there are two pages now in the trash. So this is the home page. We can view it by clicking view to take us to the home page, which we just came back from. So let me just click on the back. First, go back to our dashboard. The blog page, we can right click and open a new tab by clicking view. So as you can see, the blog page actually contains a lot of things, but we're not going to enter that right now. So if we want to create a new page, maybe you want to say contact us. I don't think I saw a contact us page. They actually had a contact us, but it's inside the home page. Let's say we wanted a new page for the contact us. What we can do is that we can scroll over to the top here, or we can use this point here. We can click on add new. So it tells you welcome to the block editor. This is actually called a block editor in WordPress. It's going to tell you how to actually create things, but this is not the method we are going to actually be using. So what happens, you see this place that shows you add title here, you can click on it. Why is mine not clicking? Oh, it's actually clicking. But I think I know where the problem lies. It's actually working, but I know where the problem lies. The problem lies in the color of our website. Oh, this is the first time I'm actually encountering it. So what will happen is that we are going to change. We're going to go to users, go to profile. We're going to change it back to default. I think that's a bug from WordPress. And then we click on update profile. So I'm actually going to go back to pages, but now I'm going to go straight to add new, since we could not add that other page. Wow, it's still showing like this. That's bad. Okay, so let me just call this page contact. Yours might not be like this. I actually thought it was because of the color scheme, but it seems that was actually wrong. We're going to create contact. Now, for it to be able to create the page so that you actually have a new page is when you click on publish. So it's going to ask you, are you ready to double check your settings? So this is actually supposed to show you the name of the page. Okay, it's actually there. So contact is showing here. As you can see, after hovering around here, it brought our contact. This is actually supposed to show you the page. So let me just click on publish first. It's going to show publishing. Okay, good. Now it says contact is live. I think this is a bug from this thing. Now it's going to ask us to view the page. We can click here to actually go to the page. It's going to take us to a contact page. So these are just some minor things you can actually do with WordPress. You can, from here we've seen how to actually create to get a website that is already made so that we can edit it to our own taste. We could also change something, because coding from scratch will actually give you a long distance, but when you already have something and you just change it, change the colors and everything, it makes the process of making websites extremely simple for you. That's the advantage of this. So we saw how to actually create our logo, put everything, what's name, create our logo, to change the name of the website. We also saw how to make use of the OceanWP. Remember, for us to be able to find where our themes are, we go to appearance and then we come to themes. Appearance, then we come to themes. Now themes are just the structure of how your website looks. Your theme actually helps, your theme determines how fast your website is also going to be. There are some themes that are specifically for e-commerce stores. There are some that are specifically for business websites, and there are other ones. Now, plugins gives you functionality. We installed one plugin here, which was the Ocean Extra. The Ocean Extra plugin works hand in hand with this thing. Works hand in hand with the OceanWP. As you can see later on, when we're installing that gym website, when we're importing it here, it actually asks us to install two things. Now, Elementor is actually a website builder that helps you to be able to drag and drop. You see how this whole website looks now, this dashboard, I can actually recreate it in Elementor. Are you with me? So Elementor helps you not to write code, but actually visually see what your website would look like. Then we have Ocean Extra. Then we have WP Forms Lite. WP Form Lite is actually a form for you to have all this form, like login form, registration form. This is what WP Lite is used for. So that's just a summary of what we've done so far. I'm actually going to make more videos on how to make use of this particular platform, but for now, practice what we have. Make sure that you have the site which you have at the moment, which is the gym site, or you can pick up any other one of your choice that you feel is interesting, maybe to your career or whatever. There are several templates you can pick from, and then I'll show you how to edit it. So that's all for this. But this is slow. It's actually, if I was working on a live project, I'm